guys, I'm Miss Crystal from the Mooresville Public Library. You guys might remember me from coming out and seeing you guys at your elementary school. It's been a while, I know, and to keep everyone safe and to abide all of our rules, we thought that maybe our best way was to do a virtual meeting today. So I'm just here to see you guys today and talk to you a little bit about some books that have hit the system, show you guys some new stuff, and show you kind of what's out there for you guys to enjoy reading. So you guys know, you've seen me, you know how I feel about books. I want you excited about books. I want you to try new things. Everyone reads differently, so that's why I want to show you some new stuff that I have found or some things that I've seen coming into our library, and maybe something that would get you excited about reading as well. So let's get started and we will start talking about some new stuff. All right, so what we were talking about just a minute ago, everyone reads differently, so don't be afraid to pick up those picture books. You know I love picture books, you know how I am. So remember that picture books go all the way to 7th grade level, guys, okay? So you guys have seen some of the stuff I'm going to show you with the series, and we're going to talk about that. I know you guys have seen one of our books in this one. This is If I Built a School. So you guys have seen If I Built a Car, If I Built a House. We've read that together. This book runs about 3rd grade level, so that means it's going to have a little higher level vocabulary, more words on the page, but still a fun read. So don't be afraid to try that one. That's a great series. And I know you guys remember Mustache Baby. Well, there's a new one out. This is Good Night. They made a little play on the words there. Good Night, Mustache Baby. There's 4 in that series. Again, going to run about 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade level, mainly because of the vocabulary. And that's what makes our books a little higher level. But they're still so much fun. Now, you guys have read with me Miss Smith and Her Incredible Storybook. Well, this is one of our books in that series, and this one's called Miss Smith Under the Ocean. So this is a great book. It has a little play on some other books and book titles that they use them in the story. Again, more words on the page, higher level vocabulary, so still fun read. Great pictures. I love this one. When we start looking at books, one of the things to remember, you guys, when you go in the library, is do your 5-finger rule. You guys remember the 5-finger rule? Open a book up. You're going to take a look at the words on the page, and you're going to start doing some reading. As you read, every time you have trouble with a word, that's a finger. Now, you don't have to stand in the library and put your fingers up. We know you can count. But it does help you figure out if the book is too hard or too easy for you. So 5 fingers on a couple of sentences, book's going to be too hard. You're going to get home, you're going to get frustrated, and you're not going to want to read the book. So we're looking for, 2 or 3 fingers. If you really love the book, read it. Even if it's not any fingers, have fun with it. That's part of reading, is enjoying it. So let's say that you guys like learning things. This one's a great series. I love this little series. These are non-fiction. Okay, you guys remember what fiction means? Fiction, every book that comes in is fiction, or non-fiction, right? Fiction is that made-up story, fake story. Non-fiction, factual information, not fake. So fiction is fake, non-fiction, not fake. Helps you remember. This one is our non-fiction about sand tiger sharks. Love them, right? They're called the garbage can of the sea, right? So they eat everything. This one gives you information about it. You see not a lot of words on the page. Great pictures. One of the things I love about this series is in the back, there's some great little information where you can go online and find more information about that subject matter. Might be a video, might be something you could print off. It may just be some more information in pages and pictures. So those are great to have fun with. Now we're going to talk a little bit about, as we start getting into our chapter books. Some of my friends have trouble with chapter books. They don't like them. They don't like if they're thick. They want to make sure they have pictures in them. Everyone's different. So I'm going to show you guys some different options. One of the things we have is what we call branches. I love branches because it's a great way to jump into chapter books. This one has been such a big hit in this library. This is Dragon Masters. Dragon Masters is a great series. You see, it still has some pictures. These run generally around 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade level, depends on where you are in the series. This one is The Last Firehawk, and if you're looking on the back, it actually tells you what grade level it is. That can help too, but take a look. But don't be afraid of that. Just open it up, use your 5-finger rule, and have some fun with it. Take a look and see if it's something that interests you. If it does, read it, have fun with it. All right, so then we're gonna get into some of our our chapter books that some of you guys have been asking for. Now, one of the things that's been really popular in this area or in this library has been Spy School. Have you seen that series? Okay, Spy School is by Stuart Gibbs, and one of the series we have here is Mrs. Smith's Spy School for Girls. So there's some great options for spy books. They are a little bit thicker, but they are so good. I don't know if you've read them. If you haven't tried them, you should try them. They're lots of fun. He has about 3 or 4 different series that you could read from, and he writes really, really well, so you're in from page 1. You start reading that book, you're hooked from page 1, and that's fun. That's a fun way to get into some story times. For my Harry Potter books, Harry Potter readers, I don't know if you tried this one. This is The Unwanteds. It has that Harry Potter feel, a little bit more about the magic school, so that's a fun one to try. If you haven't tried those, that one you'll like. Now, as we get into some of our nonfiction we're going to talk about, some of my friends really like to read about sports. So, when we talk about sports, I love Jake Maddox. I've talked about Jake Maddox to you guys before, but this is something that's just come through that our supervisors found, and this is Jake Maddox JV Mysteries. So this is going to be books about sports, but it'll have mysteries surrounding that sport, which will give you still information about the sport if you don't know how it works or what the rules are, but it also just throws that sport element into a story time, which is fun. All right, so now we're going to talk about some of our nonfiction with our history. Now, I have a lot of friends who are really, really avid readers of World War II, World War I, Pearl Harbor, anything that has to do with battles. So I'm going to show you some stuff that has to do with that. This is a new one that's just come in, and this is called History Smashers. So these are really fun. Inside, lots of chapters, lots of pictures. You see, as you look through these, you see some books will have more words than others. Blast Back is so much, I really enjoy this one because it reminds me of those Who Is, Who Was books, but it's going to be about an actual battle or a war. So it has information, factual, but you're enjoying it. This one is a graphic novel version, guys. I think some of you guys probably know this one. This one's called Hazardous Tales. It is the graphic novel version of books about wars or battles or just historical events. So take a look at those, see what you think on that one. And this one right here is Graphic Modern History. I saw this one. This one's brand new. And you'll see, it depends on what you like to read. So open it up, take a look, see what you think. I love that one too. For those of you who love to read about history, there's some great chapter book writers who love to write about historical fiction, meaning an event in history, and there's a story surrounding it. You guys know, obviously you guys know the I Survive series, a little bit longer. This one is Jennifer Nielsen. She writes an entire series about different historical events. Excellent writer, love her. And then Alan Gratz. You guys have probably seen him all over your shelves over there. Excellent, excellent books. His books, from page 1, you are in the story. And that's hard to do as an author. So it's really fun to try those. I would try those if you like history. Now, one of the things I like to talk about is our biography section. You guys remember what biographies mean? It means it's a factual, informational book about a person written by another person. Has to be true information, but I know some of you guys have seen the Who Is, Who Was. Well, this one is called a Who HQ graphic novel. So it's Who Is, Who Was, but graphic novel style. Still has the information, but just in a different format. So try those and see what you think. This one is Who Was the First Man on the Moon. So that was, and if you didn't know, it's Neil Armstrong. Okay. Another one that we love, this one is Dolly Parton. I had to show you this one because it's a little bit more pictures than it is words, but still great information. This is a series called Little People, Big Dreams. Great people to read about in case you don't know who they are or where they land in history, but great information about them. So I would enjoy these. I've read most of them, and there's about 15 in that series. So have some fun with that one. The last thing we're going to talk about is our nonfiction trivia type stuff. When I came to see you guys, especially with my older grades, we read about animal trivia, stuff you didn't know before. And some of the books out there that I love are my National Geographic for Kids. I brought some out there so you can see them. This one is called Brain Candy too. So each page is a different factual information or different trivia question that maybe you didn't know before, or a fun fact that you didn't know before. These are fun to read just as you're reading. But they have larger ones. They have some about weather, they have some about sports, they have some about animals. These are two new ones called Bet You Didn't Know and Ultimate Weird But True. I know you guys have seen the Weird But True, the little ones, the little square ones, but this one is a larger version. Going to show you inside, and very cool information, fun pages, lots of color, lots of big words, I love it. But because it's factual, because it's informational, you're absolutely going to have a higher level reading of this, but it's going to be information that you didn't know or stuff that you just wanted to learn about. Kind of like the Guinness Book of World Records. A lot of friends who love reading that book. Try that one too. You would love that. All right, so you guys have seen some excellent new stuff that's out there. I want you guys to have fun reading. If you have questions, you come find me. You know where I am. I'm at the library. If you need anything, you let your media coordinator know. She'll be glad to talk to me and let me know some things you have questions about, and be glad to get you back in touch with you. So have fun, enjoy your reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.